Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to more Let's Play The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Last time we left off, we met up with Fargoth, we stole all of his stuff, we created our character, and actually started our adventure. Now, in this episode, we're going to be doing a couple quests, hopefully to finish up Satanin. One of the first things that I would like to go over in this case would be one of the second quests. In this quest, you would actually be able to obtain a house if you prefer to have one here in Satanin. It's always nice to have one just off the back to store extra items that you don't need, but that you don't want to sell, you know, certain hidden items, that sort of thing. But, oh, guess we're going to have our first battle, actually. So, battle mechanisms, they kind of suck, at least when using weapons. Weapons suck. Spells are a lot better off in regard to making sure that you actually get your damage in. Whereas using a sword and that sort of thing, your skill level has to almost be maxed out in order to hit every single time. In this case, I will show you on the scrib right here. I will try my best to take him out with my sword. I actually did pretty good. I actually bought a new sword. It's the Iron Saber. It's very good at chopping, which is one of the main attacks. So now if you come over to this guy, you'll find that... Whoopsies. You'll find that his dead body's laying here. All you need to do is take the money that's in there, and you also need to take the scroll that was in there. Basically, that was saying his taxation record, and he was a tax collector. Here's some backstory. He was a tax collector, and he was going around obviously collecting taxes. Obviously, someone wasn't too fond of him or the job that he was doing, or how he was carrying it out. But he didn't seem like he'd be too bad of a guy. But in this case, he was murdered, so now, in order to really go through this quest, you have to go all the way back to technically our fourth character encounter? Yes. The man who created us to be the man that we are today. This guy. Ergo, whatever his name is. And you talk to him about the murder. Basically, you tell him you found 200 septums on his body, and basically ask you to avenge the death of this man. Considering he was a man of the law, technically, or the government, it is a good thing that we should avenge his death. Now, you might be questioning why I gave him the money back, whereas I didn't give the money to Hriskar back. I kept that 300 gold. In this case, you will profit 300, because after you finish this quest, spoiler alert, you'll get 300, you'll get a total of 500. So you give him 200 and gain 500. But what you want to do is come back to the lighthouse. Remember this girl that we thought that injured us? She actually didn't. Basically, you want to ask about this murder. You've never seen him get so angry. You talk to him about his ring. So basically, she's saying there's a man that lives in a building or in a house over here that he would have very angry talks and encounters with Process Vitilis, I think that's his name. Now we're trying to find out if he died or not. And it's this man's house right here, Foreign Gilnith. So what you want to do is I'd recommend you save. You can either save normally or you can quick save with taking a quick little hour nap. One of the things that I'm going to do here is I'm going to get ready to cast my spell and then talk to him. You ask him about the murder of this man, and then he says, "Ah, you're damn right, I killed him. But I'm going to be a good guy, at least for this case, so I'll say that's no excuse for murder, and now I'm going to kill him." So basically it goes into a fight. Now the only reason I casted that spell before, so that way I could get a free hit off before he began to attack me. That way I can take him out before he decides to kill me. So in this case, he is actually doing pretty damn good of kicking my ass. So now I have to use this goddamn weapon until he's actually dead. Which I've actually... There we go, did it him. Now he'll have the ring. You might want to take that. Now, basically, read that book, get that up. You can use this as your house. Now, I don't care enough to use this guy's house. I don't really care for anything. I care to sleep in here. That's one way you restore. As you can see, my health and magicka went up. You restore that by sleeping in a bed when you're in a town instead of sleeping outside. So I could go back and return the ring. When you return the ring, she gives you potions. Now these potions are health restoration, magicka restoration, and and then a couple others. There we go. We completed our quest. We got 500 gold. Now I think we're above 1,000. Yeah, 1,400. Because I don't care, because this ring can be used for enchanting for how valuable it is, I'm not going to keep it because I can get much better items in order to enchant that this one is almost rendered useless. So I'll be a good person and complete it, return a ring, and 2 standard health restore potions. So that isn't... it's not bad. I mean, they're standard, but considering our health only goes up to 50 in this scenario, it's actually pretty good. Now, there is one hidden secret that most people know about this game at the beginning. If you travel a little bit northwest, you'll eventually see a book laying on the ground, and a man will fall from the sky. And that'll basically be it. And then you can grab his weaponry. I don't know why this continues to be so exaggerate. But you can grab, he has a sword, he has a book, and he also has 3 Fortify Acrobatics by 1000, which means you can jump extremely high, but in this case you have no way of landing without damaging yourself. So, I'm not going to be doing that. There's no point for me, and it would just take too long. Now, you may be wondering why the hell... Oh, actually, you can drop this tax record on the ground. You don't need that. Now, you may be wondering why the hell do we still have this warehouse key? Well, if you come out here, you get into the warehouse. So, in this warehouse, you find various weapons that you can take. You can sell some ingredients. Most of these are pretty good. Some of them are useless. In this case, some of this stuff, actually, I'm going to take. Not that. I do need that Stoneflower Petal for Mage Guild missions. I do need none of that. Okay. So, but actually, when you can come in and steal stuff, but what you have to be very careful about is there are guards throughout each section. So, if you're playing on a PC, you can crouch. You holding control. I don't know what it is on Xbox, but you can crouch, and this way, in order to steal stuff without getting caught at least 2. Sometimes you can get caught. I've been caught many times, so I would recommend doing the quick little, push T, take a little hour nap, get a quick little save in, and then you can peace out. But, but there are guards walking about, and if you get caught, then it no longer applies to where you can just make your way downtown walking fast. Faces past and homebound. You just go set straight to jail. So, I'm not going to scavenge through all of those. I did take all of the arrows because I will be using a bow and arrow eventually, but in this case I decided not to. I didn't want to scavenge. I have a decent amount of money, 1414 actually, surprising. I did have this, I still have this book, which I will sell, but I think that's going to have to do it for Satanin. There's not a whole lot you can do in the beginning of this town, which is unfortunate. There is a cave right there. If you go into that, there isn't too much. There isn't very valuable items, but there is stuff to sell, make money. So it's a good, way to start off in this game. But for video sake purposes, I'm going to leave. In order to travel, you use Silt Striders. This is the basic traveling system of the game instead of fast travel in Oblivion and, receiving a horse or something like that, which kind of sucks. But it's not super bad. So here we are. This is our first town that we have made our way to personally, rather than just getting spawned right in the beginning of the game. And let's see if I can change my... Oh, not that. Where's my... my video distance. See how far we can see. This town is actually pretty big for the second town that you're required to go to, which makes quite a pain in the butt if you don't know what you're doing and trying to find out where to go. So, but in this case, I'm not going to continue the main quest. I'm going to be doing a couple little quests and things to do right off the back at the beginning of the game. Upgrade my guy a little bit. Unfortunately, doing quests does not upgrade your character as a whole. You do not gain levels. You gain levels by upgrading your skills. In this case, I've already had 2 skills go up. Oh, my acrobatics went up twice. Acrobatics is a good one because you can literally just keep jumping everywhere you go. If you see that going on and you think this screen's being annoying because it moves around too much, it's because I'm jumping constantly. That way, if you jump constantly, you can get your acrobatics skill up. And when you have acrobatics as one of your major and minor skills, that way you can get it up faster and level up faster. And it increases strength, which is great. So right here, if you come past this way, you'll make your way to the Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild. Depending on what character you want to play, obviously, I'm going to go with the Mages Guild because they're quests that I've already known. So one thing before I do is I'm going to be smart and come over to this Revere Man. There is a quest that you need to have a ceramic bowl for. So in this case, I decided I might as well buy it now. And there are also various quests that you're given. Some perks about being in a guild is they have... Oh, I almost stole from that chest. So I'm going to join the Mages Guild. Yes, I'd love to take the oath. Sweet. So you can ask her for duties or an advancement. She will tell you nothing but go talk to someone downstairs. But once you're in a guild, you can open up these chests. These chests have certain bonuses. All of these are restore magic. I don't care too much about fortified willpower, but I can sell them. And then all of these scrolls. I will take these scrolls just because they're useful, and then everything else in the chest I will set and put it on top to sell for later. The thing about these chests, there's a Mages Guild chest, I believe a Thieves Guild one, and a Fighters Guild. Each of these chests will replenish over time, which is quite a bonus. One thing about going through in the Mages Guild or quests, you're going to have 2 quests given to you almost instantaneously. One will be a mushroom quest, one will be a flower quest. In this case, you can actually find some of these flowers or things hidden in the Mages Guild, which is kind of funny. Here's one of them, a heather. I already have one, but it's one that you will need. Another one will be the stoneflower petal in regard to flowers. But sometimes you can even buy them from the guy that gives, or from the, I think it's a man, maybe male, that actually gives you the quest. This man right here, Ajira, man, woman, thingy, whatever. So you talk to him, he'll ask you about duties. He'll ask you to find mushrooms. Luckily, I already have all the mushrooms and I give them to him. So completing quests, makes people like you more. This way you'll be able to advance throughout the Mages Guild. And now you can ask him again. He'll ask you for a bet. So he decided to make a bet, I think about some game of cards or something, but we have given a fake soul gem. So as you can see, even people in each guild has quarrels with each other. They made a bet, and he believes he cheated. He's going to go downstairs, or you can sometimes stop him right in his track. I think that's a her. Stop her right in her tracks, and she'll stay there for the rest of the game. Funny thing, what you're supposed to do is replace the fake soul gem in here, and that's about it. What you should do is take all of these. These are very, very valuable enchanting items. You'll need them to enchant weapons and make them much better. But all you need to do is replace the fake soul gem and put it in her desk for the other one. I don't understand how the AI doesn't... I mean, I do understand because it's, a video game from 2003, but they don't see all of their stuff has been stolen off their desk. When she comes downstairs, I'm the only one that's upstairs that she saw, but that's alright. So basically, we've replaced the fake soul gem, everything is all good to go, and we have more duties. So basically, he's going to ask us to go find flowers now. So the way you're supposed to do it is you're supposed to go outside and physically go out and look. If you're lucky enough, you can find all the flowers in Saint Denis, or you'll be able to find them in there because they're random, or you can buy them off of people. I'm going to be as lazy as possible and go around Balmora and see if I can buy them off of people instead of actually having to go physically out into the wilderness and do them. I will show that for the actual point of doing my actual complete walkthroughs of going through guilds. But for this purpose, I'm saying screw it, and I'm going to try to go find them wherever I can. So when I do, I'll find them and I will be back. Okay, we are back. Unfortunately, right as I was about to go get all of the flowers, my game actually completely shut off. I had to go do everything over again, and I actually had to go to the right spot that you were supposed to collect them, which was even more of a pain in the ass. But hey, with my luck, whatever. So now we have the flowers. We're jumping right back in, right back to where we were. We must go to Lucky Flowers. Here they are. So far we have all of the flowers that he's asked. And so we have all the flowers that he asked us. Now he gave us cheap restore magic potions. So although they're cheap, they do help, but they kind of suck. So here's one of the things about getting that ceramic bowl. He asked you for a ceramic bowl. I don't know why. You could fetch. There's very much work on these reports, so can win her bet. Maybe you should fetch a ceramic. I don't know what the point of that was, but let's go into duties. Gave her the ceramic bowl. She gives us 10 gold. It only costs 2, so we got some money out of it. So now we go back to our duties. You have to exit when you talk to her if you have the ceramic bowl before. I guess I might even have to sleep. Okay, I guess leave her. She's supposed to give you another quest right after, but I don't know the process. Like, I don't know why the game is. You must. Okay. Interesting. Normally what happens is she'll... You'll try to talk to her and she'll tell you that her bet with Galbadir went really bad or whatever, and Galbadir stole her reports that she just made. For some reason, I don't know why the game won't allow me to do it, so I'm going to go outside and come back in really quickly and see what's up with that. But I might as well talk to Rhaenys and ask her about my advancement. Sweet, now I'm the apprentice, now I'm a journeyman, and that's it. Yeah, I got up to... why are you standing there in the corner? What the hell?
How do you do, Dunmer?
Bitch. Oh. Well, at least she's never going to go up there and see me steal her stuff. Okay, well, yeah, you get ranks in your guilds as you progress and do more quests and missions for people. Ranks don't matter too much, really. They don't really do anything just to say that, oh, people respect you now more. Other than that, there's no point. So, there we go. So, Ajira had her reports were stolen by Galbadir. They're really easy to find. Basically, she tells you they're somewhere throughout the entire Mages Guild. So basically, one of them's right here. Find it right there. And the other one is actually where Galbadir is standing upstairs, which is quite ironic. So if you come upstairs, you will find them right there. You can even see them right there. Didn't do great of a job hiding it, did you? Alright, so we're going to take them back. Even though she sees us take them right in front of her. But it's her own fault for staying in the exact same spot where she hid them. Although, thinking about it, mentally, that might actually be a good place to hide all your stuff. But that's not the point. So we'll talk to Ajira, give her her stolen reports back, and that's it. If you ask her one more time, she has no more duties for you. We've completed all of the duties for Ajira. Now, does that mean you get no more duties ever? No. You can have plenty more quests to do if you go up and talk to Rhaenys. Now, the thing is, after you complete Rhaenys' quest, you must go to other guilds in other towns in order to complete other missions. After you've completed enough missions and done enough missions, then you will be able to become the main person of the entire guild throughout the land. But that's quite a ways away. So, there's one thing I want to do very quickly that is very important. If you come to her and travel to Vivec, you will be traveling to another Mages Guild. You must come into this room and talk to this woman and talk to her about spells. You will want to buy Mark and Recall. Make sure you have 350 bucks saved up and buy them immediately. They are very, very useful, especially for what is about to come. They're most, without a doubt, the two most important spells needed for this entire game. So, with that being said, I think we're going to finish it off, end it off here. We joined the Mages Guild, did most of the Mages Guild missions, and in the next episode we're actually going to talk to Rhaenys and go complete some of her missions before we get on with the main quest. Because that way we'll be able to actually get to be a little bit stronger and we'll have a little bit easier time dealing with the things that will come ahead. So, thank you guys once again for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.